agriculture, you support seed production, training of farmers, mindset change, and even it went ahead to have components of food security grants, whereby families were given grants to be able to improve their food security. But there was also community-based natural resources grants, which were given to families to put in place woodlots, which would help them to reduce on killing the vegetation and deforestation, looking for energy or for firewood.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
A lovely morning to you once again, and much thanks for being with us on UBC TV. It is a Friday, and usually on Fridays we try to break down the hard talk like it is in the agenda and look at certain things very important, very relevant to you, but likely ushering you into that mode. Now today we are going to be discussing dogs. You know, how to take good care of this pet, man's best friend, the dog. But also in case of uncertainties, how best can we handle? We've had issues recently. We had the media awash with a dog that had attacked, and we saw the death of someone's baby because of certain issues. Now, we don't want to go back into that painful scenario and make those memories recall, but this is something that was all over social media, in the papers and all that. Now, joining me on set, I have Doctor, he's a vet, Steven Luuga from VetPal, and he also happens to be the Director, Health Services, the Canine Association of Uganda, with whom we are going to be discussing this, but also letting you know of what is going to be happening. We are going to be having yet another dog show in Uganda. What happens there, we'll also let you know, and why you shouldn't miss this event. Doctor, you're most welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. My name, Dr. Steven Luuga from VetPal Animal Clinic, and I also work with Canine Association Uganda, an organization that was formed to help Ugandans understand more about dogs, and also to help people learn how to take good care of their dogs, and also to promote responsible dog breeding in Uganda.
Now, to begin with, Doctor, should everybody own a dog, or are there people who are not supposed to have dogs as pets?
To respond that directly, if you don't love dogs, however much you need them, you should not own one. Only people that love dogs and can actually afford to take care of dogs should own dogs.
I love that. If you don't love dogs, don't own them.
Don't.
Only those that can take care of them should own dogs. You know, there's a Uganda saying, "Omwavu talunda mbwa." Yorokwa. And someone says, "Chokra chikubuze." Olunda mbwa. Sola mbwa zesirie konganga. All those sayings are trying to show who shouldn't own dogs. Now, also, what is Uganda's perception of dogs? Is it improving? Because in later days, if you had someone, you're so famous on social media and other areas, you are vet by profession.
Yes.
But what has brought you so much is dogs.
Exactly.
Now, previously, if someone said, "I'm a vet," and you know my specialty is in dogs, one even told that in your training previously, you did not study about small animals. It was always large animals. I don't want to admit, I'm not a vet, but he was trying to say that. So looking at our country today, has our perception improved? When you travel to Europe, you see how they love these animals. A brief assessment.
Yeah, if you look at the background of human civilization, a dog was one of the animals that was first tamed by the human beings. So from way back in history, dogs have been part of our day-to-day life. Going back to the profession as a vet, the vet profession locally has had a different impression and picture because of our background where agriculture is highly emphasized. Most of the vets have been so much into farm animals, and in looking at with development and more civilization in our communities, dogs have come closer and closer to human beings as we move on. So the need for a specialized vet that fully concentrates on pets, dogs and cats and other pets at home is becoming more and more needed in our setting. So me and many of my colleagues today have chosen to specialize into pets. I, for one, I have concentrated a lot of my veterinary efforts into helping Ugandans receive top quality healthy care for their dogs.
Doctor, this also pushes me, of late we've had challenges. I was looking at statistics, we have over 20,000 dogs in Kampala.
Yes.
Now, out of these, 6,000 are in hands of people who are not giving them proper care. Some are loitering, but they'll tell you that is Chirabo's dog. The community knows it's Chirabo's dog. Some, even right from the way, some are underfed. And I was shocked when I learned that most of these dogs we now call stray dogs were dogs from people's homes. They fail to look after them. Now they go on the streets. Then we see them giving birth like nothing and all that. Now this brings me to something also. How best should one look after a dog?
There are many questions in one. Going back to the dogs loitering in our communities, you know,
someone brings a dog in, then after some time it is a street dog.
You know, love is love. So many people, whether they are well off or not, they have found themselves loving dogs so much. And even when they may not be well off, they don't have a fence, they don't have enough funds to facilitate the dog, they don't have enough knowledge, they may end up owning a dog. And because our communities are developing, some of our people, actually many of our people don't have some information and knowledge about keeping dogs. And because there is a knowledge gap, there's been some mishandling and some shortcomings in keeping dogs, and they have ended up going out of hand, going to the streets, over-reproducing, and over-reproducing has also come with its challenges. However, it is good that now there are a lot of new efforts on board that are helping to sensitize our people and also to help our people take good care of dogs. I'm very hopeful that in the near future we shall have even the number of stray dogs coming down, because there are a couple of campaigns ongoing with NGOs and government that are helping people have their dogs vaccinated and sterilized. So if these sterilization and vaccination campaigns continue, we shall see an impact in the long run, and the number of stray dogs will reduce. The prevalence of rabies in our communities will go down because many dogs will be vaccinated and the number of them will be sterilized. So the reproduction thing will be brought to control.
Now, we've had issues where dogs have turned against human beings, their bosses, or their owners. Let's try briefly to examine what can cause a dog to get this level, given both the medical experience there, but also you're a person also who has dogs and all this.
I wouldn't so much want to say that it is only dogs that have turned against their bosses. I've also seen some humans that have turned against their bosses, that have turned against their parents. And there is always a problem which may not be answered broadly. Yes, there are some circumstances where dogs have had accidents with their human owners, but these are usually isolated cases, and there are specific reasons for a specific case. So it may be a very broad question to answer in a short time. However, I would strongly resist from implementing dogs turning against people, because that may discourage many people from owning dogs. These are isolated cases. Like personally, I have 4 dogs in my home. I have not had any slight incident. But I've had incidents where even human beings have turned against human beings. Yeah.
Let's look at the issue of vaccination. If I look at the Uganda dog population, I don't have the right statistics country over, but you may find that not even a quarter of these have been vaccinated.
Yes.
Why is it important to vaccinate? Why should I ensure that my dog is vaccinated?
When you are keeping an animal, a pet, a dog or a cat in your home, you have to make sure that this animal is vaccinated, especially against rabies disease, because this disease can also affect human beings. Okay, it has to be vaccinated, dewormed, and well taken care of. However, our people, because this is a profession that many of our people are learning about, there is a lot of information that is not yet known to our people. But it is good that apparent there are a big efforts ongoing to sensitize our people and also to help our people have their pets vaccinated and maybe dewormed. And also we are pushing to teach our people to learn the value of vaccinating your dog and the safety it brings to the home.
Now, in an event that a dog has attacked someone, they have bites, how best should we, what first aid, how should we go over this incident, doctor?
If you or your child has been attacked by a dog, whether bitten or just scratched, run as quick as possible to the nearest medical hospital, a human hospital, to seek emergency treatment. You don't need to do anything from home. Go to the human doctor and they'll know what to do. Because it is risky if you be very wise in that situation if you are attacked by a dog, because it can really go out of hand very quickly. So the right thing to do is to run to the human doctor as soon as possible.
Now, every time a dog bites a person or attacks a person, is it rabid?
A dog may bite you for one reason or the other, but a very big number of dog bites are really not coming from rabid dogs. Most of the dogs can bite a human being because the human being has provoked them. Like myself, I've been bitten by dogs several times. It is very hard for me to spend a week without being either scratched or bitten by a dog or a cat. But mainly, me, I get bitten by dogs because I provoke them. I'm trying to inject them. I'm trying to give them tablets. Imagine, I give tablets to dogs. I open the dog's mouth and put a tablet there. So an accident can happen here and there. But me, I never worry because I know the dogs I'm working with, and I'm personally vaccinated against rabies.
Well, very interesting conversations here regarding dogs, man's best friend, one of the animals in this day and age that many people are having. Dr. Steve, there is a certain class of Ugandans that is coping up. These young men, these families, and of course insecurity is coping up. That it is almost becoming mandatory to have a dog in this day and age. Why? Because a dog alerts you. We are at a time where we no longer have these thieves that are going to come with a gun, then they will attack you, the village, no one can respond. We are at a days when they want to get you unaware. They come, rob, and go. Break in, you wake up in the morning, everything has been taken. Now, in this day and age, you need a dog because it's going to alert you. Either you train it or something, but you need a dog. Now, I'm very concerned. The whites usually have dogs as pets. For us, there's what we call a pet and a guard dog.
Yeah.
Now, this guard dog most of the people, it's in a very small kennel, like a prison. At the back, the most dark place of the home, you don't want it to see people because we believe it's going to get aggressive. These dogs seem psychologically tortured.
Exactly.
And I want to get your perspective. You're a breeder, you're a veterinary doctor. How best should guard dogs be treated?
I am not a breeder. I'm a vet.
But you own dogs.
Yes.
Sorry, you own dogs.
Apparently today dogs are more and more becoming very instrumental to our day-to-day life. However, because of the knowledge gap, a lot of mistakes are being done by our people. People can keep dogs for so many reasons. You can keep a dog as a pet. You can keep a dog for security. Dogs are very good security instruments. However, even when it is a guardian dog, it needs love and care from you. It is not proper for you to keep a dog in a very isolated setting. A dog should every day be introduced to the family. This very aggressive dog should know the smallest kid in the family as part of home, and it should never even try to attack such a small kid. So this can be promoted by every now and then talk to your dog, pet your dog, bring him out during the day when they are not strangers, and let him interact with the home. Let him interact with the chicken at home. Let him interact with the goats in the compound. Let him interact with everyone in the home. There, you reduce chances of having incidents. Like me, I have a Rottweiler, but this particular Rottweiler is very friendly to my family. He's very understanding to my 2-year-old.
It's a very dangerous breed.
It can be a very dangerous breed if mishandled. But you need to regulate this dog by continuously exposing it to yourself and your family. He needs to know that, oh, these are my people, and it is my obligation to keep them secure, and I should never hurt them at any point. But if you think by keeping your dog in a very isolated setting, it makes them more aggressive, you stand a risk of being a victim, and you don't want that. So you want to really treat your dog as part of family. You don't lose a thing. Feed him properly, keep him in a proper house, let him have some little soft bedding, let him have enough light in his house as a dog. He really needs to not be tortured, and he needs to love everyone at home because everyone participates in feeding them. Everyone greets them every now and then. Don't keep him like, I wouldn't use the word animal. Don't keep him like a devil.
Very interesting. I once visited a home where the dog and cat were okay. And when I asked the owner, he says, well, these are all family members.
Exactly.
They socialize from when they are young. So they have no reason to attack each other.
Exactly.
Now, Doctor, some few years back, we saw the Canine Association of Uganda, the Canine Association of Uganda, introduced something called the dog shows in this country. And we've had quite a number at the Kavira Country Club and so on. And I know we are going to be having another.
Yes, yes.
The dates are
tomorrow and Sunday.
Tomorrow and Sunday. Where is this one going to be?
Canine Association of Uganda is an organization that was established to promote. It was established to promote responsible dog breeding and proper pet care in Uganda. Canine Association is taking efforts to sensitize and promote pure dog breeding in Uganda. You know, there are these dogs that we have grown up seeing that are not really necessarily bred, but you'll notice that there are some dogs that we call Embwenzungu. There are so many breeds of dogs today that are being bred. So what Canine Association is doing is to promote proper pure dog breeding. And in the same spirit, Canine Association organizes dog shows where dog breeders come with their pure-bred dogs and show them before an international judge who assesses them, and the best well-bred dogs get rewarded. So we have had so far 4 national dog shows at different venues, and this time round this year we are having our 5th national dog show at Speak Resort Munyonyo tomorrow on Saturday and on Sunday. Please bring your purebred dog, bring your German Shepherd, bring your Maltese, bring your Japanese Spitz, your Rottweiler, your Boerboel, your Great Dane, name it, any breed that you have in your home.
Your Jack Russell.
Your Jack Russell, your Dachshund, your Chihuahua, any breed, you bring it before an international judge who will assess it and tell you if it is a pure breed, and it will be registered in the national registry, because Canine Association of Uganda is the custodian of the national dog registry where purebred dogs are registered. So that if you want to buy a purebred dog in Uganda, you contact CAU and they will recommend you to a breeder who keeps a pure breed.
Now, what's the instance of having a pure breed? For example, one of the common breeds, German Shepherds. Now, if I have a German Shepherd and it's not pure, now
a problem.
Maybe a cross, and you have a pedigree. And now I don't want to go into dog language. You simplify this. You have a pedigree. Now, I mean, what is the advantage? Why should I say I need a pure breed, a pure Rottweiler, a pure Dachshund, a pure Maltese, a Jack Russell, Chihuahua, or any? Why would I long for a pure breed?
The story of keeping dogs in homes started from taming. You know, these animals were initially all wild. It started from taming and bringing the dog home. But with civilization, man has particular interests in a dog. Some people want a dog for security. Some people want a dog as a pet. Some people want a dog as a sports dog. Some people want a dog as a sniffer dog. So certain dog breeds have been bred for certain purposes. You will see that police uses commonly German Shepherds and Belgian Mariners for tracking down criminals and sniffing. So the difference of having a purebred dog is you choose a breed that is known to serve a certain purpose. Like some people will keep a Maltese. A Maltese is a small white dog which is bred to look nice in the home and be friendly to everyone, visitors and strangers. Some people have golden retrievers, and a golden retriever is known to be very friendly to everything, everyone. A golden retriever will be friendly to a human being, to chicken, to everything. This is a love-giving dog. A German Shepherd is a breed which is known to offer security to man. So if you want a security dog, don't buy a golden retriever. Get a German Shepherd, get a Boerboel, get a Rottweiler. So that is the essence of purebred dogs. These are dogs that were developed for specific known values and purposes.
Well, very interesting to know. You don't just go for a breed because different breeds perform or are good at different purposes.
And you need to consult your vet or your breeder on which dog you should have, basing on the purpose you want to have it for.
Well, there is a message coming in. I have dogs at home and they litter the compound with their poo. How can I do toilet training for them? Well, I think at the show, we'll have all these people there. We'll have basically people who can train your dog. That is tomorrow, that is Saturday?
Yes, Saturday.
And Sunday.
Yeah.
That is at Speak Resort Munyonyo.
Yeah.
So you just have to come with your purebred dog because you want to see who has the most pure breed. Who are these people that have pure breeds of a particular breed in this country? If we say people having Boerboels, who has the best pure breed in terms of percentage? If we say you are talking of poodles, who has the best when it comes to poodles? If you're talking about Belgian Malinois, who has the best Malinois? If we are talking about Rottweilers, if you're talking about Great Danes, come and see all these breeds are going to be here. Doctor, I don't know when we last looked, how many breeds do we have so far?
It is a very long list of dog breeds. It is really hard to know specifically. But almost all of the known breeds of dogs are already in the country.
At one time, I thought we don't have husks. I was shocked.
I've seen like 100 huskies. Yeah.
So this is what you're going to be able to see and learn more on how best you should look after your dog. Meet the experts. They're going to be there. Meet the experts. And of course, the international judge who will look at this breed, assess your dog, and then say, yes, in Uganda, these are the people that have these breeds. Well, time seems to be flying, but as we move out of here, Doctor, what are your parting shots?
Thank you so much, Ugandans, for loving dogs and supporting VetPal Animal Clinic. We are located along Mawanda Road, and we are fully dedicated on offering health services for dogs and cats to Ugandans. So I would like to encourage all dog lovers to turn up for the National Dog Show at Speak Resort Munyonyo tomorrow, on Saturday and on Sunday, and also to encourage Ugandans that are keeping dogs to keep the dogs properly. Feed your dog, vaccinate your dog, deworm your dog, see a vet every now and then to check your dog. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Steven Luuga from VetPal. Ruben is in studio too. I don't know if Ruben has a dog, or he would keep a dog if he doesn't. Ruben, regarding dogs, Ruben, do you have a dog?
No, I don't keep dogs at home. I'm very honest with you about it. And dogs can bite children. When I was a young man, I saw a dog bite somebody. So there is no way. As a young man, I was scared. And I wouldn't encourage. For me, I don't encourage people to keep dogs at home. They are animals. How do you keep animals as human beings? That's my school of thought.
Let me listen to Sonko regarding dogs.
I grew up from a household where my mother loves dogs, even up to today.
As a child, were you bitten? He said that
No, I wasn't, but my sister was bitten. But my mom loves dogs so much. But this year still, her own dog bit her. So I think when you listen to Ruben, you get to realize that some people have actually had a bad experience with some of these pets.
Those people keep dogs. They think dogs are human beings. Now the doctor Kwago here telling us that dogs are been biting me, life is okay. How can you be bitten by an animal and say it's okay?
But I happen to have 6 dogs at my place.
Now you see.
6 dogs, Babus, all of them.
Is it a shepherd?
Have you had a major incident?
I've not
I've been hearing Chihuahua.
And actually, I have a 1.5-year daughter, and I leave her comfortable with my dogs.
So,
because
Robert, I need to know what is Chihuahua. What is the Chihuahua that the doctor was talking about?
Where is the shepherd?
well, a Chihuahua is a certain breed of dog. It
is small and
very short.
funny.
And
Which is very
funny.
short.
And
white
funny.
one.
But I think, Ruben, you need a Great Dane.
Yeah, sorry for the isolated cases.
Ruben needs a Great Dane, a very tall, huge dog.
Dog is an animal. How do you keep animals at home?
Well, I'll leave Ruben to handle sports. For the dog lovers, we meet tomorrow. And of course, Sunday episode for the National Dog Show, where assessments will also be carried on. Over to studio 2.
All right, and now we are back and running with our sports this morning. Many thanks for joining us, for all of you who are glued to Good Morning Uganda Friday edition. Well, today, as we are looking into, besides the pet issues, ours now is to focus on the beautiful sports that were, these are, I think everybody at least has a sport they love. And with Ruben this morning, we're getting into some of the action that transpired early this morning. Not only that, but we also get to look at some of the key highlights of the top matches across the week. The UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa League, some surprises too. But not only that, the NBA, and we go local with the National Basketball League, by the way. So stick to Good Morning Uganda. Ruben is here with me as we take you till the hour of 9 a.m. So we have some good time with Ruben. Good morning, Ruben.
Morning, guys. Songo.
Well, good morning.
Yesterday,
I am doing okay.
You're doing fine. I can see you doing fine. I had I was watching you in the locker room somewhere, and you say that you almost bypassed your home.
Yes.
What made you bypass your home?
I think I pilau. I actually told a friend, and the friend told me overeating is not good. Most of food you haven't cooked. So I almost bypassed.
So the Hajjat Sak took care of you very well?
So much. The food was good, really.
Okay.
I think Muslims are so good when it comes to preparing that pilau. Some chapati and some good pilau
Is
was
chapati
served
food?
on. It is normally served during its celebrations.
But anyway, good that Idi is behind us, and those who didn't invite us because of Pilau, now we can talk.
Yes.
Because I'm told that Brother Doctor was telling me his Muslim friends switched off their phones, and I was like, why don't get mad at them? The day was only
One day.
Now it's
and
back.
A few hours.
And a few hours, yes. So him being back and enjoying, and I told him that those Muslims sometimes behave stubbornly. But anyway, yes, last night I reported Sonko. Somebody was texting me. Liverpool lost to Atlanta at home by 3-0. And now the battle was between the Premier League and the Serie A.
And I think you won that battle. Because when we talk about the Serie A,
yes,
no one is very defensive of the Serie A than Ruben. But I saw the quality of the Serie A yesterday.
And of course, they will say that Jurgen Klopp has a Premier League to look at, to cater for. But Atlanta approached this game with one thing in their mind. We have got to go and humiliate them, even when they're playing at home.
True.
And indeed, Liverpool was humiliated. They considered 3 against Atlanta.
Without scoring.
Without scoring. And they're as good as out. They cannot travel to Italy and score 4 unanswered goals.
Exactly.
They're as good as out. They will say that maybe Carlo and Jurgen Klopp gave the game away
for the Premier League.
For the Premier League. But this is Europe. There's money at stake if you win the Europa League. So there's no way you can tell. And if you win the Europa League, next season you'll be automatically in the Champions League. So nobody should come out and say that he lost the game because he wanted to compete for the Premier League. I know our friend Abe here would say that as a Premier League fan, it's okay, we can lose a game as Liverpool and this and that. But
the last time Arsenal did that in the Europa League last season, they ended up losing the league also. Focusing on a league that, Manchester City at any one point is going to come back stronger. But anyway, before we go into UN football, Ruben, let's get into some of the NBA action that happened this morning.
Yeah, we had games played, a few of them, of course. We had the Bulls but did beat the Pistons. That was 127 to 105. Then the Knicks beat the Celtics, 118 for the Knicks and 109 for the Celtics. The Jazz did beat the Rockets, 124 for the Jazz and 121 for the Rockets. Then the Blazers lost to the Warriors, 100 to 92 for the Blazers. And then lastly, the Kings did lose the Pelicans in a high-scoring game, 135 for the Pelicans and 123 for the Sacramento Kings. Then tomorrow morning, Sonko, I know that you might not be here with tomorrow. I'm sure you won't be here. It will be Horizon Vibe with Calvin the Entertainer
on a Saturday.
As Calvin starts the show, there will be games played in NBA in the morning. As early as 2 a.m., the 76ers will take on the Magic. That game will be at the Wells Fargo Center. Then at 2 as well, the Wizards will take on the Bulls. At 2:30, the Celtics will return to play against the Hornets at the TD Garden. Then at 2:30 again, the Knicks will take on the Nets. At 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, the Grizzlies will take on the Lakers, and that game will be at the FedEx Forum. And of course, the Heat at 3 as well will take on the Raptors. The Thunder will take on the Bucks. That game will also be at 3. Then the Spurs will take on the Nuggets at 3 as well. At 3:30, the Mavericks will take on the Pistons at the American Airlines Center. Then, of course, at 5, the Warriors will take on the Pelicans. The Blazers will take on the Rockets. The Clippers will play against the Jazz at 5:30. And lastly, the Kings will play against the Suns. That game will be at the Golden One Center, and the game will be at 5:30 as well.
Well, that is some action from the NBA as tomorrow morning gets set. Ruben, what do we have from the National Basketball League here? Yeah,
of course, in the National Basketball League, we will have a couple of games that were played, and that will be played over today at the arena. And I will take you through the games that we have today, as far as I know. Of course, we'll have the JKL Jaguars will take on, rather the JT Jaguars will take on the JKL the Dolphins, and then the Power or DMAC Power. That's the good one. Will take on the Titans. And I'll tell you, Sonko, There are 2 players I don't know whether they'll never or they'll ever get of age. I mean, Philip Amenyi, the big center at Power, and Isaac Afidra. I have watched these players ever since I was at university.
And they are still active.
And they are still active. So I ask myself, is it discipline? Is it that they are so lucky to be playing? Because they have played for over 20 seasons. That is 20 years of basketball. And they don't seem to be aging. So despite the fact that they love the bottle so much, sorry to say that, but they have been keeping in shape. More like in football, we had Zlatan Ibrahimovic play up to 41. We had Billy Koskata play up to 42. Paul Maldini played up to 40. But now, Isaac Afidra and Philip Amenyi
still playing basketball.
For me, they have defied all odds, and they are playing for that for Power. But the game is on tonight at 9 p.m. That will be at the MTN Arena. Power will take on the Titans. That's from Kansanga. So you can always catch those games. You go and watch the games and support. Then on Sunday, there will be 3 games. That will be at YMCA Wandegea. Dolphins will take on Jetty Jaguars. Then the Cannons will take on Livingstone. That will be at 4 p.m. Then at 6, the Titans will take on Deja Angels. Wow. That will be local basketball for you.
And, well, local basketball is something that many of you can choose to support this weekend. From today, and then even on Sunday, you can go out there to Wandegea and catch some good action from the National Basketball League here in Uganda. Yesterday, news broker Fernando Alonso signed a new contract with Aston Martin. That is Matters Formula One.
Yeah, true.
What does that mean for the Formula One fanatics?
For the team, Aston Martin, for the team, they have got, of course, they're securing a driver's signature for the next couple of years. Means that there is stability in the team. But for me, Fernando Alonso, if you ask me, he's not a Verstappen or a Charles Leclerc or even a Valtteri Bottas. Alonso had his time.
Who's going to come back with some championship?
Alonso had his time, and I think his time is behind him. You can keep him around because you want the team to show that we can still pull off this by having a big name. But I don't see Fernando Alonso adding anything to that team. Anyway, you never know what to predict. But of course, he signed a new contract, and the Formula One said yesterday, from the moment I joined the team, that's I quote from Alonso now, in 2023, I felt extremely at home. In just over 15 months, we have already achieved so much together with some memorable podium and battles. Alonso, twice Formula One world champion, moved to Aston Martin for 2023 season from Alpine and secured 6 podium finishes in the first 8 races of his new team. Yes, podium finishes